hello, hello. How are you tonight? Hello, Leslie and Cindy. Thanks for joining me. So, did you guys see my announcement tonight? Yee! I'm pretty excited. I've been working all weekend pretty much on getting things set up. I'm not set up nearly. I'm not nearly ready to open yet, but soon I'm going to be opening my own workshop studio here in town. So yeah, we've got freshly painted walls and clean carpets, and I'm setting up a room for product and a room for workshop space of all kinds, and I'm so excited. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So thanks for joining me. If you're just hopping on, be sure to say hello so that I know you're here and can say hello to you. Tonight we are going to be making a project for teachers. So we have people that are going to school full-time, we have part-time, we have hybrid, we have homeschool. Oh my gosh, I've never imagined that we'd have so many choices as we do right now. I'm not sure how I feel about it all. I think there's good parts to both sides of these coins and all these coins. But somebody's going to be the teacher, whether it's you or somebody else. So we have a cute little project for teachers. And I was even thinking that if you know somebody who is just going away to school to become a teacher, this would be a nice gift for them too. So I hope you enjoy it. So let me get my cameras all set up so that we can see what's going on here. And we'll get this going. All right, get that in the right spot. There we go. Okay. There we go. Hello, hello. Guess what we are working with tonight again? These houses, you guys, are the coolest things ever. They don't just make houses, right? So we've done a few things kind of off the cuff and thinking outside the box. Last week we made pumpkins out of Easter eggs. Hey, they're adorable. And tonight we're going to take this house and lay it on its side, and we're going to make a pencil out of it. Can you believe it? All right, so to get started, I have my trusty blue painter's tape, which you guys know I use all the time, and we are going to actually paint this whole surface. I might not do the back, you know, I don't really need to, right? I could, but let's not. So I'm going to tape off, first of all, the eraser that goes on the end, and I figured that was about that big, like 3/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. I don't want to make it too big. So let's tape that off. And we'll just wrap that around the back and do the front and the sides of this cute little pencil. You guys, I see there's so many people that are just seeing my announcement about my my workshop space. That's really fun. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you. I am so excited. All right, I'm also going to tape off the tip of the pencil because we're going to do that in a different color. Can you see where I'm going with this so far? Maybe yes, maybe no. So this, I'm going to have to do this a little bit different. So I'll have to cut this off. Let me crease it. And then, what am I doing here? No, I'm not doing this right. I need that tip to be a little bit bigger. Okay, let's move that down just a smidge, like about there, I guess. Right? Gotta move it a little bit more. Leslie, I thought you were going to be away this week. What are you doing home? Are you home or are you away? Eee, we're excited too. I know. I've always wanted to do this. And an opportunity came open for me, and I'm like, I'm doing it. I just got to do it, right? Okay, so I'm taping off just the tip of this pencil. It's not going to look like a house at all when we're done. You wait and see. So I'm just going to tape this off because I'm going to be painting with my chalk tonight. And I have a transfer that's going on top, and it'll be perfect for this. So, okay, so I have this part that I'm going to do black. That'll be the tip of the pencil. And this is going to be the eraser. So let's get started with those things first. And the eraser, I'm going to be using a color that I actually don't have a jar of. This is called Marvelous, M-A-U-V-E-L-O-U-S, Marvelous. So, you are in New Hampshire? You're awesome, and you even came to see me while you were on vacation. I don't deserve you guys. All right, so I'm just gonna need this inside the package. This is the same kind of package that comes with our Club Couture transfers in case you ever become a member. You are, guys, I think the ones that are watching are members. So if you ever join Club Couture, you will get 3 of these every single month. And it's just like a catch-up packet or a sample of what a jar of color would be like. So we are only going to need a little bit for this eraser. I don't think we'll need the whole thing. But I kneaded it up to get it nice and smooth. And I'm just squeezing it out into this little white plate. Can you see those? This is something that we sell at Chalk Couture. It's on my website. And I don't know if you noticed, but I use these every live that I do. I put my stir sticks in there when they're dirty, and I also put my squeegees in them to keep it all off my table if I can. So what I'm going to do first off is add a little bit of water to this and give it a good stir. So I want to thin it just a little bit so it's a little more paint-like. As it comes out of the jar, the consistency usually is more like a cake batter or a sour cream or Greek yogurt. You can pick whichever one you like best. I like cake batter best. But I'm adding some water to make this thinner, and I want it to be more like paint. So just stirring it up. I probably use a little more water than I needed on this, so I might have to thicken it up a little bit, which I could do just by leaving it here and letting it dry. Stir that up a bit. And I'm going to go in with my paintbrush. And we're going to paint this, which is going to be the eraser. So yeah, I should have left that a little thicker. Maybe I'll get a little bit more. I have more in the package. Let's thicken this up a bit. So how's the weather in New Hampshire? It was weirdly cool yesterday, wasn't it? Here. Cindy, you must have been around. If you were around here in Western Mass, it almost felt like a cool day, like a cool fall day. All right, so I'm just painting the eraser end of this pencil. I'll do the back part, end part of it too. So this is actually not paint at all. If you are just watching, I'm using something called chalk paste, and it is a water-soluble chalk. It goes on wet, dries hard in just a matter of minutes, and if you're using it on a non-porous surface, such as a chalkboard or windows, metal or glass, it will actually wash right off with water and a little bit of elbow grease. The surface that I'm using right now is wood, so I really would consider this to be permanent. It would not be easy to wash off. So that is what chalk paste is. So this dries super quickly. Should I do the bottom? I might as well do this end too. It dries very, very quickly, and you can also speed that along using a heat tool or a hair dryer, or just let it air dry. Doesn't really matter. But I'm going to use my heat tool to dry this so I can put another coat on. It is a little bit thinner than I would like it to be. So I'll zoom this back out just a little bit more. There we go. All right. Oh, you went on a cruise across the lake. That sounds nice. Are there a lot of restrictions there as far as COVID? So I'm getting my workshop ready, and I'm thinking I can get probably 8 tables in there with social distancing. Quite a bit more probably without. But we're going to start out social distancing. Just want to keep everybody safe. Okay, so this is almost dry already. And I'm going to coat it one more time just to make sure it's a little bit more translucent than I'd like it to be. But doesn't that look like right about the right color for a pencil eraser? This is so fun. I've noticed a lot of designers that I know have been using chalk paste as a paint medium like this, and it really looks great. Now, Cindy, did you tell me that your daughter is in school to be a teacher, or was I imagining that? I think this would be a great gift not only for teachers, but for teaching student teachers or people that are in school to become teachers. Bless their souls. Well, I don't know if I would want to do it right now. They're brave, though. Okay, about the same as us. Good to know. I've been up in that area for a long time. So these pencils or houses, whichever way you want to look at them, come in sets of 2. And I do break them apart, and if you are interested in a bundle to make these, just let me know and I can make sure that that happens for you. You can just get one if you want. All right, let's try this up one more time. English major. Why did I think she was going to be a teacher? All right. All right, that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to wash off my brush in some water here. Grab some paper towels. So, yep, I've got my product racks all brought into my shop now. I've got a counter. I've got a hutch, which is going to be a really pretty display piece for my chalk products. It's a lot of fun. All right, so now let's remove this. Come on. Let's get that tape off. We should have a nice clean line there. Oh yeah, that worked really well. All right. And I'm going to do another row next, which will be that little silver line that goes around your pencil, the top, under the eraser. Do you know what I mean? There's probably a really good name for it. I have no idea what it would be though. So I'm just going to wrap this around one more time. And let's see, that's set up too. Let's cover that up. We'll cover up the pink and then we'll go in with the silver. It's a lot easier to do it with the tape, isn't it? I'm trying to do this by hand and stay in the lines. Yeah. All right, I'm not going to push down too hard except for right on the edge of this one since I've already pasted that. So let's get some silver out. This is actually called Storm. We have a shiny silver shimmer. I can talk tonight. Oh my gosh. You tell that I'm tired? I can do this. So I'm just going to scoop a little bit of this Storm Gray into the lid of the jar. Don't need too much, just about the same as the other one. And again, I'm just going to give it one spray of my distilled water and we'll stir that up. I can use this one. And get that a little thinner. You want it to be about like acrylic paint would be if you're watering it down to paint. Not like watercolor, which is what I did the first time. All right, let's grab some of this. And we're going to do that stripe that goes all the way around the pencil. This is something your kids could even help you do. So the tape that I'm using is just plain old painter's tape from the hardware store. I do have some on my website if you are interested in that. What's nice about the Chalk Couture one is that it has inches measured on it. The measurements are written on the tape. I cannot for the life of me talk tonight. I'm sorry. So sorry. Maybe your daughter should come teach me some English because I'm having trouble tonight with it. Okay, that is good. Let's pull this off. Yeah, that worked really well. I'm glad I did that. And then we'll pull this one off. And there we go. All right, let's try that and we'll move on to the yellow part. A little bit of a smudge on that end I'm going to have to fix. Just a little one though, no big deal. Most projects that I do, I have to go back and touch up just a little bit. Alright, so can you see where the tape must have been a little bit loose there and it bled? What I can do is I can go in and probably scrape that off with my fingernail once it's a little bit harder. And if I need to touch up the pink, I can do that too. Alright, so I'm going to do the tip of the pencil next. Get all my stuff out of the way. So I try to keep my chalk paste covered as much as I can. The more air that it's exposed to, it actually dries the paste and it gets thicker. So you want to try to keep your jars covered as much as possible. But if they do get thick, all you need to do is add a little bit of distilled water and stir it till it's nice and smooth again and the right consistency again, which should be about like cake batter. You guys, while I'm working on this, if you have any questions about chalk couture or why I'm doing certain things, let me know, okay? Let's get that thinned a little bit. And we'll start. Look at me, I'm getting stuff all over the table. It's okay, it comes right off my table. Remember, it's water soluble. So, okay, that looks pretty good. Go in there. Let's do the tip of the pencil. Love that I don't have to stay in the lines. Okay, almost done. This is going to be cute. I am going to put a transfer on the top of all this when it's done too, so it's going to be really cute. Okay, I get that pretty good. Let's dry it up. Pull the tape first. I'm never sure if I should pull the tape first or second. Let's pull it up. We always pull our transfers while the paste is wet, so it makes sense to do the tape too, doesn't it? Tape everywhere.